Welcome back to MTDCNC, my friends. So thankful that you have joined us today. And I got my buddy Troy with me today. As you can see, we're standing in front of an MS60. We're at Murata, and I think about Murata and I go, man, they have dominated the automotive world for the longest time, this magnificent Japanese company, and in fact, 50 years here in the US. But we're going to talk a little bit more today about how this company can support you standing in front of this machine. I think automotive, I think I have to have thousands, 10,000s, millions of parts coming off my machine. You think the same? Probably so. But this actually can be more of a job shop machine. We're going to teach you how today, thanks to my brother from another, Troy. So Troy, we're in front of the machine. DNA, the DNA of Murata is automation. You guys are so good at it. Gantry loaders are known for speed. So let's start with automation and the gantry load side of things.
Tony, you're so right. A lot of people think you have to make millions of parts to be able to justify a machine like this. I have customers that have lot sizes of 20 to 50 parts at one time. They'll set this machine up 5 or 6 times in one day, because the automation is so flexible and so easy to set up for an operator.
Troy, I'm glad you said that, because the first thing that pops into my head when I'm thinking about a machine like this is, if I am a job shop and I do have to set up multiple times a day, am I making the right investment in a machine? And ultimately that answer is yes, because over in this area here, I can set up multiple jobs in advance, right? That's kind of how that works.
Yes, and we're here to help every customer that we sell a machine to. We're here to help set up that process for them and help them along the way with lifetime training, service and support that comes from Murata.
You, my friend, are a true expert on these machines. So I'm going to give you an idea of comparison. And I know that you guys incorporate all of these 3 attributes that I'm about to bring up. But I want you to focus for me on the purpose and the style and the creativity and everything that goes into gantry load. And the fact that this has a couple of different grippers in there that allow you to rotate, different size diameters, things like that. So, bar feed, a robot cobot, a gantry load. Why gantry load above the other 2 when it comes to trying to get things done quicker?
Well, there's a lot that goes into that question. We tried to focus on the fact that this machine is much faster than a bar feeder in a lot of situations. Not in every situation, but in a lot of situations. Where we can load and unload a part in 5 to 6 seconds, a bar loader is going to take 25 to 30 seconds to move on to the next part. So there, every part, we're going to gain you at least 20 seconds per part. When we're setting up a part going from a 1-inch to 2-inch, there's no need to set up different jaws. We have almost a 40mm stroke on this to go from one part to the next stroke.
I like that. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about that aspect of the flexibility side of things. Now, maybe I'm a job shop and I have a job that's 10 pieces or 20 pieces or 30 pieces, so I am going to switch throughout the day. I can actually set up this section over here for future jobs in advance to even run a 2nd or 3rd shift without people around, can't I?
Yes, you can.
And how does that actually work? Because I would say if I removed all of the sheet metal from this machine and I just looked at it, I would see more or less, and let's remove this side and this side as well real quick.
Tony,
I would see a turning center.
This is a 2-axis lathe.
Right, it's a 2-axis lathe. Exactly right. So now that we've broken this down for everyone to go, I have a 2-axis lathe.
And to make it even simpler, FANUC controlled 2-axis lathe, the most popular control in the market.
So everyone understands that. Everyone can now easily adapt to it. So then we add the automated component to it to go, I can now run through my nights and weekends as necessary on my turning center that I'm very familiar with.
And I'll take 2 steps back and say, FANUC controlled 2-axis lathe, but the control actually controls the automation and the CNC control as well.
Troy, I'm so happy you brought that up, and let me tell you why. Is because there are so many systems out there that are third-party systems, and let's be fair, a lot of times they do work, and we're grateful when they do work.
Absolutely.
But sometimes they don't communicate. And because DNA, the automation is in your DNA here at Muratec, it is all one cell ready to go that's always communicating. So you are very familiar with internally having that system ready to go that talks with FANUC within itself.
And Tony, you'll notice we're standing right where a robot would usually be on another system, where you have a standalone machine and a standalone robot. This is one package that comes together, integrated from Japan, shipped to Charlotte, North Carolina, where we'll do most of the setup and testing of the parts before it ships to the customer.
Two things I want to bring up about that. One's an easy answer. I know you know the answer to it. Do you live in California? Are
I
you
do.
around that area?
I do.
How expensive is real estate out there?
That's exactly why we love this package, because it takes up so little floor space.
When we can vertically integrate in this way and save that
Absolutely.
space, it's so important. The second thing that you brought up, which is so important for all of you out there to understand, is this entire building we're standing in right now, it's not a showroom, it's a turnkey center. And you guys have over 100 machines ready to go for it to be a solution for people. So when somebody calls you and says, hey, I'm a job shop, or hey, I have a problem, you're here to fix it for them, and you have something ready to go.
Yes.
So here, we can fix all of the problems that people are sending our way, whether it be automotive or aerospace, maybe even the medical world, and some of these other industries that we're diving into.
And we can add solutions to this process. We can add marking, we can add washing, we can add CMM or measurement systems to this existing package already.
So we can be as simple as a 2-axis machine, or as complex as we want to be to do a one and done through the night, 7 days a week.
Absolutely.
It's that simple, isn't it?
Yes.
We make it sound simple. We want it to sound simple. We want you to be excited about it as well. Troy, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Tony.
I do appreciate you. Don't leave me hanging, my friend. Give me a handshake. Yes, sir. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate you as well. This is Muratec, and this is one of those opportunities where you can take a production machine, put it into your job shop, save time, utilize automation, vertically integrated, and really, really turn your machine shop into a more efficient place to work.